Hello everyone, Mr. Finance here. You're in trouble. You are in trouble. Guess what? Just read. You're in debt. $8,000. The average American, the average people, we're in debt $8,000. It's a lot of money. Okay? That's $13 trillion, everybody. Everybody will. You know what I could buy with $13 trillion? More white shirts for videos. You'd be like, man, is that another new white shirt this guy has for a video? That's what you could do with $13 trillion. So today, I'm going to show you guys how to cut your expenses down. And you don't have to get silly with it, okay? Now, let's think about our expenses. You could like little nitpick here and there and, stop wearing socks. That'll save you some money. You don't have to buy socks, but your shoes will start stinking, and I don't want you getting kicked out of like a carpool or something because your feet are stinking, okay? So you're still gonna have socks, don't worry, okay? Now, your largest expenses are your car and your home, okay? If you gamble or something, call Gamblers Anonymous or whoever. You spending all your money gambling or doing something bad, drinking sodas, I don't know, just spending your money on something crazy. But your car and your house. So we're going to talk about those two things. Now, the largest one is your living expense. You already know. You go to college, you roommate, you get out of college, you want to save some money, roommate again. Buy a multifamily, roommate again. Roommating is the easiest way to save money, okay? I suggest it. I love it. Suggest you roommate. That is one of the easiest ways to cut your expenses down. I always tell people, see what you can get qualified for if you're making, but it depends on your income. Let's say you're making money, try to get 3-bedroom, get roommates, save up a lot of money. If you're not, you're just starting off, maybe you didn't graduate college yet or something, you may not be able to afford an apartment by yourself. You didn't have your credit. You haven't been watching my videos, so you haven't built your credit up. Because I tell people how to build their credit up, okay? You can be a roommate. Go on Craigslist. Make sure it's not a serial killer or anybody that you're moving in with. Make sure they're not weird. You're not smelling your feet because you're not wearing socks because you're trying to save money. You understand? So you can be a roommate, okay? Now, if you're in some of these wealthier places in America, you can also be a living nanny, okay? Now, you're a living nanny. A lot of it, there's guys living nannies, but not as many. It really works very well for ladies. You could be a living nanny. You can also look for scholarships and stuff to cut down on your living and things of that. But roommating and being a nanny, okay? And also live in a city, okay? Why live in a city? All right. Even though in school we called it utility, okay? Meaning that you may have two things and they cost the same, but one gives additional utility, meaning that you can have a car and a van, but the van is additional utility because you carry stuff on and things of that nature, right? So everything is about utility, all right? So, oh, excuse me. Now, everything is about utility. So you could consider, buying things that are, have additional utility, meaning don't buy a car, buy a van so you can help move stuff. Just to help cut your expenses down. Living in a city, we already spoke about that, being a nanny, getting a roommate, okay? Also buying things, don't buy everything new. Buy things refurbished, okay? Instead of buying a new TV, buy a refurbished TV. These are all things, because these are larger expenses. These are things that are going to cut everything down. If you need a newer car, don't buy a brand new car. Buy it at its depreciation curve, where it hits the bottom and stuff, and it goes, instead of going zoom, it's going to go zoom and just fall a little bit. So you want to get it where it starts to flatten out. Okay. So you're going to buy a car, maybe, I think is the 3-year mark. That'll save you some money. But I don't know if you guys know, interest rates on used cars are actually higher than interest rates on new cars. We'll talk about that in loans, because I'm going to talk about everything. This financing, just talk for that. I already talk a lot. But this financing, you can talk even longer. You understand? So you're buying things used. You're buying, you're understanding loans, because sometimes like a $28,000 used car and a $28,000 new car, the new car is actually going to be cheaper, even though with the used car you can have additional utility because it's going to be a more expensive car, and you're like getting things, getting it cheaper. All right, so your rental expense and your car expense, those are two large things that you could do to cut stuff down. Basically, your living expense. If you're willing to share your living space, you can save so much money. I know you may have if you got a family or something like that, it's usually not feasible. However, if you're a single person, you can do that. Also, look at coupons. You got a lot of coupon sites. Groupon, and also weigh whether or not, do you really need a car? I told you guys to live in a city. This is another benefit of living in a city. You can use mass transportation. You don't have to worry about car insurance. You don't have to worry about gas. You don't have to worry about car payment, because a lot of times people are like, oh, I have a car. How much is your car? My car is $400 a month. Okay, your car is $400 a month. However, let's say it's a new one and you're not the greatest driver in the world, so your insurance is $200 a month. So you went from $400 to $600 a month. Let's say you fill it up every week because you're driving a little far. So you went from 4 with the car, 2 with insurance, to 6, then another 2. Closer, because on the weekend you're going crazy driving and stuff. So you're up to $800 a month. All right? Which, let's round it up to 900 because it's very close. So $400, a $400 car can almost double in cost with these additional things. Now, if you want to talk about maintenance, we really are at close to $900 a month, because every once in a while, unless it's a lease, you're going to get some maintenance. So that's close to $30 a day. Now, if you can Uber back and forth to work, and that's 5 times a week, and that's only 14, or let's say it's $20 a day. Let's say it's $30 a day. You're still saving $60 a week. You understand? So maybe having a car isn't the best idea. And that 60 times 4 a month is $240. You understand? That's money that you're saving. There are ways to save money even without making additional money, and you're going to save a great deal of money. You understand? Because what's that? 240 times 10 is 2,400 plus 480. What's that? 2840 or something, like a year. You're saving nearly $3,000 a year, by not having a car. So do we really need a car? Do we really need a place by ourselves? If we're working and going to school, why have a place? If you're working and going to school, live with some friends. You understand? Move back home. Save your money. Before you can invest and do all this stuff, you have to start with saving. You understand? So these are ways to cut your expenses down. Do I need a car? Is it cheaper to Uber and mass transportation? Do I need a place? Is it cheaper to live with my friends or live with my parents or stuff? These are ways that you could cut down. All the other stuff, you go out once a week, keep going out. You can't live a good quality of life saying like live a rich lifestyle, and you're not living a rich lifestyle because you're not enjoying yourself. It's all about smiling. It's all about having a good time. It's all about having experiences. You understand? I don't want you to be rich 30 years from now. I'm like, oh my God, I'm finally rich. I can wear socks. I don't know why I keep saying this. You understand? I want you to live a good life now by cutting down on certain expenses, and it's going to help you in the long run. All right? Because if you think about it, almost $3,000 a year that you're saving by not having a car and you're Ubering everywhere. In 5 years, that's close to 15,000. You can almost get a house. You understand? Just by not having a car. I'm not talking about saving up. And if you want to bump in your tax returns, and I think the average tax return is like $2,000 or something. So you're talking an additional, you're talking about you're up to $25,000 just by not having a car. Still getting around, still going out to eat, still, buying shoes and just still doing dumb stuff with your money, because let's be honest, you need to do dumb stuff with your money because that's where the fun's at. Still doing dumb stuff with your money, you're still saving a bulk of your money. So take all those things into consideration when looking to cut down on expenses. I'm not going out. Don't forget all that little stuff. Can I cut down on my housing expense? Can I cut down on my car expense? Because so many people, oh my God, Mr. Finance, I need help. I can't make any more money. Housing and car. All right? So I'm Mr. Finance, down with the finance gang. Whatever that means. We wear $ chains or $ hats because you're finance. You're nerdy like statistics. I don't know. You wear a Delta hat or something. I don't know. You do present values in your head. You do present. What's the rate going to be for? And you do the stuff in your head. That's what the finance gang does. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying to the end. So much content, finances, it's just so much stuff to talk about. So many ways to do it, so many shapes and sizes. Like and subscribe and share and all that, or just keep watching. Don't do any of that stuff. Just keep watching. I don't know. All right. Love you guys. See you next time.